Hey everyone, this is General Katarn, and today, right now, I have for you The Rise of Skywalker, trailer number 2, right before your eyes. Let's see what we're gonna see.
Look, it's the General!
Okay, so let us play this clip and let us break it down. There's so much I have to say, so let us not delay without further ado. I'm going to check the volume here, and I do not want it to blast through your ears, so let us go.
A 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight. Your journey. Nears its end.
Okay, so what did we just see? Let us get into fandom menace mode. So essentially, let me get this. This is the third film of the trilogy. Okay, hold on. Let me just adjust my laptop here. This is the third film of the sequel trilogy, and it's going to close not only the sequel trilogy, but supposedly the entire saga, because Return of the Jedi wasn't enough. Okay, fine. You bought Star Wars, Disney, you wanted to make money. Okay, fine. But you started off with The Force Awakens. You were like testing the waters, and you were successful. You made $2 billion in the box office. Then you came out with Rogue One. Again, successful. People loved it, and then you were like, okay. Then The Last Jedi came around. You got so cocky and fucking arrogant. You're like, let's fuck everything up. What is the motto of The Last Jedi and Disney's new motto? Let the past die. So essentially, the Last Jedi wanted to promote the message that, hey, we're fucking the whole thing up. We are the sequel trilogy. We want to disprove the entire predecessors of films right up to the sequel trilogy, and let the past die. Kill it if you have to. So essentially it's like, hey, you know what? Forget the past. Forget the prequels. Forget the original trilogy. We only have the sequels now. This is the only legit Star Wars that we have. Then people revolted. The Phantom Menace came along. We made Solo bomb. And now suddenly you're running with your tail between your feet. And the third episode, episode 9 of your sequel trilogy, what is it? Revenge of the Sith was its own movie, even though it was the third part of the prequels. Return of the Jedi was also its own movie, although it was the third part of the original trilogy. The Rise of Skywalker, the trailer, has nothing original to show for it. It has a full minute. Let's go back, okay? It has a full minute of montage of films better than it, okay? Almost a full minute. So Basically, this looks fan-made. I thought that this was fan-made. It has a montage of, scenes from, the previous movies. Wasn't your motto, let the past die, Disney? And sequel trilogy fans, didn't you say that the original trilogy and specifically the prequels were shitty? But here you are. You need those films to be able to promote your shitty last film. And how is it shitty? It's because this is your second trailer, and what you have is just a few seconds worth of the new trailer. That shows how scared you are to come up with this. Yeah, you put Ian McDermott. Yeah, you put Darth Vader's voice in the back. You put Palpatine. Yeah, sure. But you have nothing. Okay? I'm not going to lie. One of the coolest things that I've ever seen is not this. I'm sorry. One of the coolest things that I've ever seen, first of all, is this. This does indeed look like the wreckage of the Death Star. Wasn't the Death Star destroyed in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, from the shitty original trilogy? So much for letting the past die, Disney. But here you are, you're fighting on the wreckage of the Death Star. You're not fighting on a new planet of the sequel trilogy. You're not fighting in a new location. You're not fighting on a new super weapon of the sequel trilogy. What you need is the original trilogy. You have nothing original for yourself. This trailer is proof that the sequel trilogy is a disaster. Okay, yeah, cool. Here's its in. And of course we have this. We need Darth Vader's breathing so that we can excite people up, right? Don't we need that? From the original trilogy, we need his breathing so that we can have this. So what we see here, and a quick breakdown, is that I see... Have you seen the Clone Wars? Most of you have. You know that shitty prequel TV series, the Clone Wars? I'm speaking as a sequel trilogy fan. Two unstable, lightsaber crystals in what appears to be a saber staff that can collapse, and that's a cool idea. Why didn't you have this earlier? Why didn't you have this at The Last Jedi? This is a cool concept. I really like this. Look, I like this idea. I really do. Okay? Just damn it. Oh, for the love of Christ. Anyway, this was a good idea, Disney. This was a fantastic idea. I wanted to see this. Okay? I really did want to see this. Okay? I'm trying to get the goddamn... Anyway, this was a good idea. You should have gone with this years ago, but you got cocky. This is your only original idea, which is great, but you had to go with Let the Past Die. The only thing original about the sequel trilogy is a few seconds of Rey with her new lightsaber, which I do not believe for a second is going to be her actual lightsaber. I think that she's either going to be possessed by Palpatine or some shit. 3PO with red eyes. Why? Was he stoned or something? I don't get why. Another cool scene though that I'm going to give is, wait, are those B-Wings? Are those B-Wings? What about the bombers? Is this a Corellian Corvette? And this looks like that old ship from I keep on forgetting what it is, from the old Knights of the Old Republic, right? So you see all of these Star Destroyers. These are Imperial Star Destroyers, not even Star Destroyers from the First Order. Look, they do not even have their own Star Destroyers, which is kind of fantastic. But the thing is, this looks pretty cool. Okay? Seeing them in order looks pretty cool. We have Finn, we have Lando Calrissian's daughter, and yes, comes to an end. That's all we have. Okay, this is what you originally have. This is all you have. Rey cutting down a tree. Ooh, there is nothing original in the new trilogy left. Nothing. The original trilogy and the prequels are by far the most. Are by far the best. Okay, this is going to be a train wreck. So, I don't know what Easter eggs you want to find from this. I am really not looking forward to this because, you see, you taught us to let the past die, but look what you have. You're calling on to the past. Look, the past, the evil past. The shitty original trilogy past, right? Look, the evil original trilogy, the stupid original trilogy. Weren't you happy, Raylos, that Luke Skywalker died? But here, your trilogy, your sequel trilogy needs the OT and the prequels to survive, right? So, what I'm trying to get at is that sequel trilogy defenders and the sequel trilogy and Disney and all that are full of shit. You are a bunch of hypocrites. The Rise of Skywalker, I don't think it's going to be a great film. I really don't, okay? Because if there was something interesting, you would have put it in trailer number 2. And out of those 2.5 minutes worth of trailer, you only gave us less than a minute worth of the sequel trilogy. Which you had good ideas, you had some beautiful shots, but, well, it's not enough, okay? And why am I acting like this? Is this all because of The Last Jedi? Yes, it's because of The Last Jedi. You shot your foot when you got The Last Jedi out and you showed it to the public. You were so sure that people were going to go on board with, let the past die thing. You thought that we were going to be on board. That's when the Phantom Menace came along and said, no. This stops right here. This bullshit stops right here, okay? It's hard for me to get hyped for The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I'm more excited for The Mandalorian than The Rise of Skywalker. Do you know why? Because you shot yourselves in the foot, Disney, with the sequel trilogy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. I'm going to be signing off right now because this just came in and I want to be able to discuss it with you guys. What are your thoughts? Do you think that it's going to be a good movie? Do you think that Disney is a bunch of hypocrites? Because at one hand they say, let the past die in 2017. They were so sure that people were going to buy this. And then 2 years later, they're like, a dog that, got a beating. And they're like, oh no, we don't know. Let the past die. Look, the past. Don't you like the past? please buy our product. Please look the past. The Force Awakens, you liked it, didn't you? Huh? Please buy our merch. Please get into the theaters. No, I'm not paying for this, Disney. I'm not paying for this. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Joel Katarn.